Tragedy is no longer confined to the walls of the theatre. In 2004, the media featured shocking news of the Morecambe Bay tragedy. The unfortunate 19 Chinese cockle pickers never returned from the heartless ocean on that February night. We had almost forgotten that the British coast for many are places of uncertainties and of struggles to get by. The paintings reveal little about their fate. Did collecting cockles ever bring them financial stability? Did all of them manage to cross the sun safely? But it is silly to ask those questions because paintings are timeless. These figures no longer have a past nor future. Isn't it a strange phenomenon that sometimes a person is reincarnated into a landscape that might be unfamiliar to himself? For the people that wrote the sands, the sky and the sea were probably never so red. I wonder if the dead Chinese people would find anything too strange about their own story on the British news. Reality is as vast and confusing as the ocean. There are never stories out there for you to pick up. To tell a story is to select pieces of facts or exclude others, so that they fit into a form that reliably resonates with the audience. The story was soon published in newspapers. There were a group of Chinese people, clueless in the UK for the first time, helpless in the middle of notoriously tricky tides of Morecambe Bay. There were the malicious young masters who were also Chinese, who smuggled them to the UK, then left them to their devices in the dark sea, while prospering from their hard labor. Poor foreigners and evil foreigners. The British coastal background was a backdrop that would otherwise have remained scenic and beautiful. Shouldn't have come, shouldn't have been illegal, and things could have been alright. Such sentiment is legitimate. Physical and legal borders are created to discourage one from crossing. What does it take for one to abandon the comforting familiarity and delve into the unknown? Why cross borders to become the forever alien in the new land? With less need to shock than the media, the museum calmly included the tragic event in its listing of natural mishaps in the bay. The wicked tides have always been highly dangerous when one is not familiar with the area. Instructions are often given when it is too late. Understandably, nothing about the event is to be found in the box demonstrating the region's traditions of cockling and fishing. Traditions are supposed to exclude the others, the non-native, despite that the Chinese cocklers use the exact same centuries-old equipment. The only noticeable difference would be between a horse-drawn cart and a tractor. We assume that traditions are no longer relevant. But isn't there a missing piece in the success stories of British businesses in the news, as they found huge markets for cockles in European markets? Why there are fewer and fewer British people willing to take the demanding and unrewarding job of cockling? The police investigation ended when the Chinese young master was convicted and sent to jail. But the ugly truth goes beyond the simple story we want to believe. The local museum, while explaining the past, once again gives us hints about the present. We have to look at ourselves to see the nature of the problem. When we buy goods, we may not know that they are products of wet shops in third world countries. Even if we do not condone such labor, we may ignore it or simply not be aware. We are simply not aware that the cockles in a paella dish we ate a long time ago may have been collected by one of the dead Chinese pickers. But we, the all-powerful consumers, are the very reason behind the fierce competitions of supermarkets to offer cheap products, forcing farms and packing services to seek flexible and cheap labor. Traveling to the UK to fill in such niches in the market, but not given any legal protection, the desperate foreign workers become extremely vulnerable to dangers and exploitation. The tragedy could have taken place in a different setting. It shouldn't be a novel realization that the individual is never given a choice over which role to play. No one chooses to be invisible and disposable in the global economy. But it wasn't just the ties in Morecambe Bay that were indifferent to human life. History never slowed down, even when it feeds on human flesh and bones to progress. The individuals never have full control over our life, but we aren't helpless victims of fate either. The desire to provide a good life for our beloveds always overcomes fears and restrictions. Throughout history, humans have been crossing borders, taking risks and undergoing adversity with powerful hope for a better future. Despite the sad ending, I believe that's what the story of the Chinese cockle pickers is really about.